Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Speaking of Horses, and we're proud to be partnering with Northwest Horse Source, bringing you videos about the horse industry through our association with this publication, Northwest Horse Source. So, let's watch our current video of the week. Well, we're speaking of horses, and we are here doing equine massage. This is Liz Baumann. Liz has Back on Track, equine massage. So, Liz, while I move around here, tell us a little bit about how you got started doing this.
Well, I guess I have a heart for massage in general. I get the massages myself on a regular basis. And I have a huge heart for horses. And I work at Smiles full time, which is a therapeutic riding center, and we are a host to a clinic that comes in and teaches the equine massage. So I finally took the course and became a certified equine massage therapist. I'm very glad I did.
So when you're feeling across the horse like you're doing on this horse right now, by the way, this is my Palomino that took a tumble in the ice this last winter or late spring and kind of stretched out some muscles. So, but you're feeling for tightness in certain areas?
Yep, feeling for tightness in muscles. You can feel the difference in the texture of the muscle. You can feel knots. Sometimes they're large knots or small knots, and sometimes it feels just like a rope. You can just feel the rope of the tight muscle. So our goal is to just work those muscles and release that tension and that tightness and increase that circulation, get the blood flowing back to that muscle to flush out the toxins and all that.
That's a real key to it, right? Is when you're working with your hands, you're really increasing circulation. You're drawing blood to that area.
Yep, absolutely. We're pressing out, basically pressing out the inflammation and any toxins in the muscle, and then allowing that blood to flow back in and kind of finish flushing out the toxins.
So when you do this, basically you move all the way around the sides of the horse and feel the muscles and key points, right?
Right. There are key points in the horses that most horses tend to have stress points, so we kind of work around on those key points. And there's different techniques, either doing the thumbs or the palm, cross friction. There's just lots of different techniques that you can use to kind of feel and work those muscles.
So then when you find a spot, you spend more time there and
Absolutely.
work on that, right?
Just like right here, there was kind of a...
And you are kind of right behind the left shoulder.
Yep. And the horse will give you signs. Either if it's too much pressure, they'll get antsy. Most of the time they end up relaxing. They'll drop their head, lick and chew, yawn, shake their head, big sighs, all your traditional signs of relaxation.
Unfortunately, this guy's not too relaxed right now.
Not yet. We just started though. He will be.
Oh, there's a little licking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to lick. And
Yeah.
so now, how long of a course study is it to become an equine massage therapist?
The course that I went through was, I would say, probably 100 hours between home study and actual classroom study and hands-on practice. His eyes are closing.
Yeah, there he goes.
So it's really not a huge education investment, but I think the investment comes in more of like horse knowledge, how to handle the horse, how to understand the horse, and that takes time.
Well, and you have an advantage there because you working with Smiles, you handle a lot of different horses on a daily basis, leading around the therapeutic riders. And so you have a lot of experience already in working with and leading around horses, so that part of it's already ingrained in you.
Absolutely. And I was on a dairy farm for 20+ years, and I know cows and horses are different, but still working with large animals, you tend to sense their movements before they happen, just from being around them for that long. Oh boy.
So Liz, when you're working with horses that have had, you know, strains and pulls, such as Cowboy here had when he took his dump on the ice, you're looking for those, you know, places where muscles are pulled and they're not going back, and therefore it's still causing him problem. But what about the average person? The horse hasn't really had an injury, but they want to warm the horse up before they ride or do some things like that. Or tell us a little about that.
So that's one of the key things that we do as well is warm up and cool down sessions. So you can help a horse warm up before like a competition or a show or something, you know, by working their muscles in those key areas and just kind of warming them up. Kind of gets those muscles, just like any other athlete, which the horses are athletes, gets those muscles warmed up so there's less chance of strain and injury, and then those muscles are obviously going to perform better while when they're warmed up. So we can do a warm-up routine, which is just a short, you know, 15-20 minutes or so, just to get them warmed up, and then a cool down as well. Just like as an athlete, you like to cool down and stretch, so we can do that as well for horses.
Yeah, so let's say you're a trail rider. It would be great before a trail ride, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes we don't think of trail riding as, you know, a competition, of course, but it's still working, and it's a lot of up hills and over rocks and different terrain and uneven terrain. So it is very important to warm up and cool down and stretch, especially after a good trail ride.
Right. Are there things that the average person could do? Say you're getting ready for a trail ride, and obviously the massage therapist is not right there. What would you recommend?
Believe it or not, I truly believe in the whole grooming process before riding at any time, because just going over the skin with the pressure of a brush is enough to kind of warm up some of the muscles and stuff. But otherwise, just kind of focusing on the main parts, you know, your pec area, the neck area, the glute area, down in here in the stifle area, and just kind of working those areas that, you know, they work harder. You know, they work harder. So, you know, just kind of run over your hand, just a gentle pressure of about 3 pounds or so, you know, just to kind of warm up the muscles. I mean, that's a great way just to kind of get started before any activity.
Now we can see that Cowboy's kind of coming down. He's a little more relaxed. Now you're still working back here. You're working back in the kind of in the flank area, stifle area.
Absolutely.
And that's back where, well, that's where he got some injury when he went spread eagle on the ice.
Oh, yeah. And some of these old injuries, if they've not been worked before, can have some scar tissue buildup. So that's a great, massage is a great thing to kind of build or to break down that scar tissue as well. Yeah.
And that just takes does it take more pressure? Or does it take just going over it more times? What's the recommended way?
A little of both. The pressure, what I find is the horse will tell me how much pressure. You know, we always start off real gentle, as light a pressure as we can, and then just kind of work our way up, building the pressure as much as they can tolerate. And he'll give me signs that that's enough. But the main thing is, you know, the cross friction going across the fiber kind of helps break it up. You know, just gentle kneading. Thank you, boy. So that, yeah, there's different techniques. But yeah, he's liking this.
Yeah, you're back to the injured area, but it must be relieving some pressure.
And sometimes we do a little like a gentle pounding, because that just gives that motion deep into the muscle where you can't sometimes get just with your thumbs and hands.
Yeah, and the key to any healing of any injury is blood flow.
Yep, I believe. Yep. Oh boy.
So how long of a session do you normally recommend?
Typically I like, he's looking at you, and typically I like to do a full body. And then I'll spend more time on the sore spots. But a full body is good just to kind of make sure there's nothing else going on in any other areas. If there are, address it, you know, work it out, get them relaxed, get the blood flowing. So a full body typically takes about an hour. And then, like I say, you spend more time on the spots that you find some tension and some stress.
Well, we've been spending some time with Liz Baumann, On Track Equine Massage out of Darien, Wisconsin. And the patient this time has been my horse, Cowboy, the big Palomino, who fell on the ice in late spring. We had so much ice this winter and cold weather. Kind of did a spread eagle with the hind legs, and he's recovering fairly well, but there are still tight spots, and the massage is really working with Cowboy. So it is On Track Equine Massage and Liz Baumann.